Hadad right here, the first ever storm god that wore the Phoenix Force as an armor and Infinity as his shield. Got so powerful that the one above all had to get involved. Like, what? This is insane. And it looks like the Silver Surfer might be the one to warn everybody about his return to the Marvel Universe. This is Storm issue 8. Like, what is this book? Like, there's so much cosmology stuff going on, even though Storm is on Earth, and I absolutely love it. So the story starts off where Storm is actually in the rainforest trying to calm down the storms that are going on. I am Storm, mistress of the elements. Ever since I was a child, you have spoken to me like a mother, whispers sweet words into the ears of her weeping little one. I am grown now, mother. I am a child no longer. Those storm gods have hurt you, but by my power, I make you whole again. Tony's looking around the sky in Brazil and he's like, wow, she actually did it, T'Challa. Your device, it didn't work at all. We worked on the cannon together, Tony. It was your idea to use, but really, was it my idea if it failed? But T'Challa, do you want to say hi to Storm or what? Perhaps another time. I'm in a hurry. I have a meeting with Emma Frost. And Tony's like, touche. Funny as hell on this. In the Amazon rainforest, we see Storm actually collecting the remains of the pilot that was there and give it to Thor to go deliver the ashes to the family. Thor states, for in my travels, I have learned a great deal about our kind. Before Zeus, before any of the storm gods, there was another. Hadad, the first. He grew so mighty that he moved eternity as his cloak and forged death into his war club. The Phoenix Force was his armor and Infinity was his shield. By then, nobody could defeat him but one. The one above all. I'm like, yo, this looks badass as hell. Creature, what have you done to my children? Thor also states that Hadad will return in days to come, and with him, a horde of wrought storm. And it kind of looks like that Silver Surfer might be the one to warn everybody. Like, this is like King of Black all over again, maybe? I don't know. The Storm guys that were beating the hell out of Storm in the last issue, Thor gives a feather to Storm saying that, hey, if those gods come back, call me and I can help. Thank you, Thor. I'm good. But if those guys return again, they'll be sorry if they see me again. 3 days go by and Storm is on her sanctuary doing her stretches, doing some yoga, because she actually has a meeting with the FBI in the United States. The reason why they're actually trying to like talk to her is because people think that she's a fugitive over something and she doesn't know. So she has to leave her sanctuary and talk to FBI for a bit. Since Storm is going to be in Washington, D.C. for a little bit, she actually asks Manifold right here to watch over the sanctuary and make sure Maggot doesn't destroy the place. It's already too late. Back at the sanctuary, Maggot is actually doing like a sumo wrestling or just like a fighting tournament inside the sanctuary in Storm's house. Introducing in the black corner, weighing in at shit ton of pounds, wearing the coldest costume on this side of the universe. Here is Maggot. When Manifold shows up back at the sanctuary, he actually meets up with Gateway. And if you guys ever played X-Men Legends, that's the same Gateway. What the hell? I was gone for like a minute. Storm's gonna kill me, man. Damn it. And it looks like Maggot might be fighting these type of people. I'm not sure yet, but I would love to see that. When Storm goes underground inside of DC and talk to the FBI, this weird alien creature, like, I have no idea who this person is. Hello, my name is Special Agent Fabii. I would like to ask you some questions. Never heard of this guy before. When they're talking, we actually find out that Agent Lund, when the issue, I think it was X-Men issue 12, where Scott like told him off at that diner, he's actually there watching over them. And wherever the planet he comes from, I guess they breathe in liquid nitrogen or just nitrogen gas. And so he uses it like it's a hookah or something. You are famously a former thief in streets of Cairo. Does that bring anything to the United States? I'm happy to provide any answer relationship with the Egyptian government, but I assure you, that's outside the United States, not in. I will need to report of your activities for the last 6 weeks. And Storm does give Hit all the reporting of when she was with the Avengers. And it's a big old stack. Like, what is this, free comic book day? And I'm not talking about the recent events of Doomsday. You made it abundantly clear about that. I guess this alien whatever has telepathy and asks Storm like, do you mind if I go through your mind to make sure you're not lying? And Storm's like, I'm immune to telepathy, especially Jubilee and Gambit. Do I have your permission to examine this hypothesis of yours? Storm says you may and grabs its hand. I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. The telepathy simulation machine is right next door. The procedure will only take about 5 minutes. This isn't real. All of this since you touched my hand. Oh, the alien grabs Storm, throws on the wall. The reason why she actually has been like investigated is because she released Charles Xavier and he was like part of the United States government, like legit. These are consequences for one's actions in an adult world. In America, in my America. Aurora Monroe, you are under arrest for the obstruction of justice. You have the right to remain silent. And this alien looks like it's gonna arrest Storm. Yeah. Good try. That's not gonna work. But when is this Hadad God coming back?